Sorry. Don't look at me like that. Don't pretend like you never had good meat.
Today we are bringing two of our most favorite things together. Tri-tip and mayonnaise. Oh yes, it's going down. Somehow, Morrison always tricks me into making these recipes. Tri-tip and mayonnaise, put them together, he said. I'm just thinking that's a stupid idea, but I kind of like that idea, so I bought this beautiful tri-tip. Oh, it always makes me happy when they're so gorgeous. Nice fat cap, a lot of marbling, beautiful red color. But before we're gonna prep this meat, we're gonna make a barbecue rub. And we start the rub with, yes sir, it's salt. Then we'll add 1 part paprika powder, 1 part onion powder, 1/8 part garlic powder, 1/8 part parsley, 1/8 part thyme, 1/8 part rosemary. Mix it all up and you're good to go. With our rub done, it's time to clean up our tri-tip. We'll start at the bottom because there's a lot of fat on it and I appreciate that. But we might need to trim off a little bit of that silver skin that's left here. So go ahead and do that. If you can leave fat on, leave fat on. It's the amazing stuff that makes your meat taste so good. But the silver skin, it just gets in a way just between the rub and the meat. And that way, we don't get that beautiful flavor. So go ahead, have fun, clean it up. And don't be afraid. Sometimes people are afraid, like, oh, you're cutting way too much meat. Don't worry, it's gonna be fine. There's plenty of it left. Besides, it's not meat that you're cutting away. It's the nasty stuff that you actually don't want to eat. And the funny thing is, you always regret it afterwards if you didn't cut enough off. See, in this little bit at the end, the floppy bit, say bye-bye, bye-bye. Now that looks way, way better. We got it nice and clean. We still have this fat on. I'm leaving that on, I'm loving it. You gotta appreciate it. Now we're gonna take a look at the top. You can see here, a little bit of fat there, and a little bit of, look at that. I can just lift it up and tear it off. It's like a little bit of stuff that's on top, protecting that fat cap, encapsulating that muscle. And then I think we're good to go. This is a nice one. Now the last bit that we need to do is carve into our fat cap. By cutting into it, we're going to make the surface of the fat cap bigger while we're roasting it, and that's going to give it more opportunity to render down while it's cooking. When it's rendering down, it's just going to make the meat taste amazing. Ooh, you guys are going to be so happy you bought tri-tip and tried this. You're going to absolutely love it. See, and there's so much fat here. I'm going to go all the way in, pinching it and then cutting it. Score it in 2 directions. And I used to be really, really careful that I didn't hit the meat, but nowadays, not that much. The juices are not gonna run out, you're not doing any real damage to it. It's just more of a pretty factor. If you score it in all directions, it's just gonna look so good. Well, there we go, we cut it up real good. Time to put some salt on. And now, the mayonnaise. This looks pretty good to me. Let's fire up our Burnhard smoker. We got our Burnhard smoker up to a temperature of 120 degrees Celsius. We're going to put our tri-tip in and let it smoke. Look at that beauty go. Our tri-tip is ready because we reached the core temperature of 52 degrees Celsius and it looks fantastic. You can see that the mayonnaise has rendered down and all of that rub penetrated into the meat together with that smoke. So the flavors are insane, but we do not have the perfect crust yet on the fat cap. So we're going to do that and I'm going to show you how. I'm taking the tri-tip off and I'm placing it on the cutting board that's in front of the pellet smoker right here. And now I'm going to show you my hack to get a good sear inside a pellet smoker. Take the grill grate out, take the fat tray out. And this one is a bit scary. We're going to take the heat deflector out. This is this thing here. And underneath there's fire. This is the place where the magic happens. Now we have discovered where the fire comes from and all of that heat, and we're going to put the pan on top of it. Pan in, close the lid, and once the pan is hot, we're going to sear off our tri-tip. Damn you, Morrison. Always coming up with these ideas and then having them turn out like this. Oh boy. See, that's why I listen to Morrison. I really don't want to listen to him, but you must admit, even for the big skeptics like me, this is a good idea. So there's only one thing left to do, and that's give it a try.
I'm going for the middle part. I mean, of course I'm going for the middle part.
Oh, that's tender.
Oh, don't pretend like you never had good meat.
Seriously tender.
I'm kinda in a YouTube video right now.
Morrison is all the time eating the whole thing, so I gotta slice more and more.
If you have a crust like this and a fat cap like this, I like to go for these outside pieces.
I taste the mayo, but it's like adhesive. You know, like with mustard, it tends to, you know, go to the back a little bit. It is unique. And having something like that is like it sets you apart as a pitmaster. People will love you for it.
Yeah, steak. I love steak.
If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Leave us a big thumbs up and a comment down below. A big thank you to our patrons and the YouTube members, of course. Hope to see you guys next time. Until then.
Stay smakelijk.
And keep on grilling. I put a little bit too much salt on the fat cap. I got carried away with you making that shot and was like, throw it.
Yeah. But it's a bit MSG.
But that's the salt, a little bit too much salt.
On the other hand, that's the reason why we keep eating.
True. Because you weren't even hungry.
I wasn't hungry.
How about that t-shirt? Did you almost finish that t-shirt?
First one, I'm gonna sign.
How are you gonna get that figured out?
Only the first one.
You have to do it. It's not me that's going to do it.
Yeah.
It's like my kids have to take care of the rabbits. I'm not gonna take care of the rabbit. It were up to me, I eat it.
If it's possible, I'm going to sign the first one. And I have a hideous autograph. Extremely hideous.
You can print it on the t-shirt with it.
Okay. Yeah, but that's corny. Nobody wants a fake autograph.
I don't know.
I want the real one.
The real deal. You heard it, guys. Morrison is handing out autographs.
Woo!
It's not true. It's not good. Don't worry. Don't get your hopes up.